Today we will be taking a look at the SRP K33 that retails for $325. Shout out to my friends over at GQ Jewelers for lending this one into the channel. Link to their store and social media accounts in the description. Seiko released this watch in a few different colors, so if this doesn't speak to you, they got you covered. I think it's fair to say that the so-called Tiffany dial craze has lost some steam by now. However, that hasn't stopped companies from putting out these turquoise color dials or mint color dials, whatever you want to call them. I bought into the hype and purchased a Doxa Sub 200, and I absolutely love that thing. I'll leave a link to the full review of that watch in the description. However, unlike this watch, the dial on that Doxa actually looks closer to that Tiffany color. Let's cover some of the specs of this watch. The entire case is constructed of 316L stainless steel. The case measures in at 38mm. It's 44.2mm from lug to lug, 12.1mm thick, and it's 20mm in between the lugs. The watch has 100 meters of water resistance and weighs in at 140 grams with the incised bracelet. The case is very much an SKX case. I recently reviewed the Seiko Snoopy that's pretty much the same watch except with a different dial. This style case is timeless and very much one of the most recognizable Seiko cases in the industry. At the 4 o'clock we do find a push and pull unsigned crown that's pretty easy to operate. Protecting the dial we find a flat Harlex crystal. Not my favorite, and for this price point Seiko can definitely afford to give us some sapphire. Surrounding the crystal we do find a 120 click unidirectional rotating bezel, which is fitted with a black aluminum insert. The feel of the bezel is, well, spongy and in line with other Seiko bezels, and this one actually lines up. The mint dial has applied indices. On the right hand side we do find a day and date complication. At the 12 o'clock we find the Seiko logo, and at the bottom of the dial the word automatic. One of the biggest letdowns for me is the color of the hands. I really dislike these gold tone hands. To me they seem to clash with the color of the dial and would have preferred for them to be finished in black or polished. The lume of course is really good on this watch as LumiBrite has been applied on the hands and indices. Something interesting to note that I've observed is that Seiko always puts a lot of lume in their dive watches, and the price point of the watch doesn't equal the amount of lume you get. That's actually pretty cool. When flipping the watch over, we do find a screw down display case back. I personally love this feature as it lets you appreciate the heart of this watch. This watch of course is powered by the in-house caliber 4R36 automatic movement that beats at 21,000 beats per hour, has a power reserve of approximately 41 hours and 24 joules. The caliber 4R36 is the same movement that can be found inside the standard production Seiko 5 sports watches, and it is also the same caliber that is used to power countless other timepieces when sold to third-party brands as the caliber NH36. This watch on my 6 and 7/8 inch wrist feels very comfortable, a little on the smaller side, but comfortable. The 3-link oyster style bracelet tapers from 20mm hollow end links to 18mm at the press fold over sign clasp. The bracelet is definitely an improvement from older bracelets, but at this price point Seiko can and should be giving us solid end links, screws to size the bracelet, and a male clasp, but that's just my opinion. However, if you're not a fan of the bracelet, you can always put it on a different strap. Thanks to the 20mm lug width, there's a ton of straps to choose from. I guess the bigger issue would be matching the color of the strap to the dial. GQ Jewelers sell these two straps that I'm showing you. I think the white rubber strap fits this watch perfectly, of course placed with a sporty theme, but if you want to elevate the look, you can always throw it on a leather strap. I know the hue of this blue doesn't quite match the dial color, but I think it looks pretty cool. My overall thoughts of this watch are for the most part positive. The watch doesn't appeal to me. For whatever reason, that hue of blue along with the gold hands just don't sit well with me. I much prefer the dial color on the Doxa Sub 200, but I'm comparing apples to oranges here. Nonetheless, I can appreciate it from afar. The watch, in my opinion, definitely needs some upgrades, but at the end of the day, this watch falls under the fun category, and I recommend it to anyone daring enough to rock a mint dial watch. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be safe out there and stay humble.